A very good day to you and welcome to the program. Have you ever been let down by a friend? Yes, you have. I'm talking to a lady there. Maybe your husband has left you. He's committed adultery. He's run off with another woman. You feel totally ashamed. You don't even want to talk about it. It wasn't your fault, but you feel ashamed about it. Maybe your children have let you down. You've spent all that money, and now you found out that he's a drug addict, and he's not even going to lectures. He's actually spending the money on drugs, and he's like a prodigal son. He's in the far country. And you feel ashamed. So ashamed that you don't even want to tell anybody else. Maybe, sir, you've lost your farm. You've been through hard times, through droughts, and you've had to give the farm back to the bank, and you feel very ashamed. You don't have to feel ashamed from today onwards. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear what can man do unto me. There's one man in the Bible that was put to shame because he sinned so badly. But the Lord redeemed him. Why? Because he said sorry, he repented. Who was it? He was in the Old Testament. He was the greatest king that ever lived. He had the biggest army and the biggest empire this world has ever known. His name was David, the shepherd boy. But he let the Lord down. He repented and the Lord came through for him. If we look at Psalm 31 and verse 1, in you, O Lord, I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in your righteousness. He goes on in that psalm and he says that even his neighbors, verse 11, I am a reproach among all my enemies, but especially among my neighbors. A reproach is like he's been dropped, he's been left behind, he's been ridiculed, he's been mocked. People have got no time for him. He said, especially my neighbors. Who are the people that criticize you the most? That's exactly right. Some of them even in your own home. Folks, Jesus will never allow you to be put to shame. He will never allow you to be a reproach among your neighbors because he loves you so much. See, folks, with me, I have never felt ashamed since I gave my life to Christ. Before I gave my life to Jesus, I was always making excuses. I was always trying to cover my tracks. I always seemed to be on the wrong side. Always. If something was going wrong, I was always on the wrong side. But since I gave my life to Christ, I'm on the right side. Not everybody might agree, but I know one thing, that if I am doing what God's told me to do, I am a winner. I'm not a loser. He says here again, Lord, I put my trust in you. Let me never be ashamed. And that's what it's about. Romans chapter 1, verse 16. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation for those who believe. First the Jew and then the Gentile. I want to encourage you, put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in people. People will let you down. I hope I never let you down, but I might because I'm just a human being. But God never. So Angus, what do? You take this book as your template, you take this book as your compass, you take this book as your mandate. Whatever in this book, you do it, and if it's not in this book, you don't do it. Simple as that. And people will even perceive you to be a wise person. Okay? But if you're trying to please people, you are going to slip up badly. And I'm talking about your own spouse. I'm talking about your own children. Please God, and then you'll please everybody. Try and please your friends, and you'll please nobody. I know, I've been there. I don't like to hurt people either. But as long as you stand up for Jesus, he'll stand up for you. Until next time, goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.